Hello, my friends. This is Bryn. She worked at a salon and she decided to steal a customer's credit card and go on a bit of a shopping spree. And when police posted some surveillance photos online, I would say that she turned herself in, but that is not what's happening here. She is going to try to lie her way out of this in any way possible, but her lies are just, they are so bad. And her ultimate goal is to get the police to take those photos down.
Do you think that you could give me an estimate on time? The detective talked to me and told me that she's not sure when the post will be down.
And part of that is because she's kind of panicking, right? She didn't expect everybody she knows to see surveillance footage of her committing a crime, but we'll get to the real reason she wants them taken down towards the end of the video. I just thought this was interesting because the lies are just exquisitely bad. And I don't think she's like a hardened criminal or anything like that, but she did commit a crime and there was a victim. And when the lying inevitably fails, she tries to get sympathy. So let's just see what she has to say. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks.
So you wanted to come talk to us because you saw your picture on Facebook, correct?
I saw it on Facebook and Instagram. I didn't even find it myself.
Okay.
I had people I know in high school and my brothers and my brother's friends all sending me screenshots like, oh, is this you? This is you? Like, seriously, you're doing this now? Like,
okay.
Kind of making me feel very shitty about something that I didn't do. And my main thing was just like that the post came up and I didn't even do it. So I was like, I'm just gonna get this over with. I'm gonna get this out of here. I'm gonna go to the sheriff and I'm gonna clear this up.
Right. So the photograph on the Facebook, that's you in there with like the white like camo hoodie or whatever.
Yes, I had actually my best friend's hoodie on because I was going to get. I think I was going to get groceries. I think I was at Walmart.
I can only imagine what she was feeling and what her face looked like when she got that first message saying, "This you?"
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
So what we are investigating is a credit card that was stolen.
Okay.
Okay. And then that credit card was used at multiple places.
Okay.
I've done some digging and I got the video surveillance from one of the places where the credit card was used at.
Okay.
And that's how we kind of got to this point.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's kind of hard to dispute.
No, I do understand that.
You understand? Like,
yes,
when I have
understand
video and that. So if you have something that tells me otherwise, like if you have, you know, a receipt from Walmart with a card that belongs to you or someone that you were authorized to use, then then that's great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't have that right now, and so right now I just have to go off of what I know, or what I know and what I have, what I've gathered. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, she is only 19, so there's a lot about the world that she probably doesn't understand. For instance, it's really easy to figure out who's using a credit card at a retailer using surveillance footage because they can just match up the time on the transaction to the time on the camera, and there it is. That is who did it. So I think at this moment, she's starting to realize that she is not going to be able to convince them that she didn't do it. So she's going to have to think of some other way out of this.
Completely understand.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you worked for Palm Nails?
I do now still.
You still do? Okay.
Yes.
How long have you worked there for?
Maybe a year. I think
okay, so
a
year or so?
It might have been like a year and a half. I believe so. Yeah, because I celebrated one birthday there.
Okay.
And then just celebrated this last
What
one.
do you do at the nail salon? Do you do nails, or you work at the front counter?
I work at the front desk. I'm literally a receptionist. I'm up there doing my homework half the time.
Okay, so you check out people
yes,
that are finished with whatever service they got done at the salon?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll just ask you bluntly, did you take a credit card that belonged to somebody that someone might have left there?
No, ma'am.
You've never used?
The only time I have ever had somebody else's credit card in my possession is when they did forget it, but in our system we are able to look up their name.
Okay.
And their phone number does come up, and I did call her, and her daughter came back and got the card. Other than that, I don't remember her name. I think it was like Maria or something.
Okay, was that recently?
We're in September. I think it was maybe like a month ago.
A month ago?
I believe. I'm not 100% sure. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you guys, when somebody leaves a debit card, Bryn always does the right thing. She's gonna call them, to make sure they get it back. That's the story she's trying to tell, right? She's trying to set a baseline for her morality by saying, when I'm given the opportunity to have somebody else's debit or credit card, I make sure to get it back to him every time.
It's okay. So I'm gonna show you a few pictures that I have, okay? And you can kind of just tell me, do you drive a gray SUV?
Yes.
Is it the one that's in the parking lot?
Yes,
the
ma'am.
Volkswagen one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All right, I hate to jump in so quickly, but I love how Bryn was just about to lie, right? The detective said, do you drive a gray SUV? And Bryn was like, gray. The detective is like, the one we saw you drive when you got here. And she was like, oh, yeah, gray SUV, 100%.
Yes.
Is it the one that's in the parking lot?
Yes,
the
ma'am.
Volkswagen? Oh, we'll get to that in a second. So you saw the picture from the Facebook page,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
That's the Walmart walking out.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, here's the same. This is when the purchase was made. That's you in your jacket.
Yes, ma'am.
That's at the checkout. And
Okay.
that card that you use belongs to my victim.
That card?
Mm-hmm. So with the technology that
September 20, is that when that
No,
was
this-
printed
no,
out? or
yeah,
was
this is when it was uploaded. So this would have been August 7th. So a little over a month
August
ago.
7th? Am I able to look back in my pictures? To
Sure,
see?
yeah.
Okay.
So, and the amount of this transaction is the exact amount that was charged on my victim's bank account.
I can promise you I didn't know I had somebody's card if I did.
Wait a minute. Are you saying that wasn't my card? Are you sure? I had no idea. So she is floundering at this point because, I mean, she's caught dead to rights, right? There's no real explanation for this other than I did it. But instead, she's going to go with, I have no idea how somebody else's card got into my wallet and then into my hand and then onto the card reader several times.
Okay. Well,
But if anything, like, I will genuinely, and I'm not saying this or anything, but like, I will, like, anything that I am accused of, I will, like, pay the money back if anything. But I don't remember using somebody else's card, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And I know, like, it's hard to believe because of the pictures and everything.
Do you still have that card then, you think, or?
No, I have my physical card.
So where did that card go then that you
I am
used
not
there?
sure.
She said, first of all, she said, whatever I'm accused of, I mean, I'll pay it back. I'm not saying I did it, but I'll pay it back. But then she said, I honestly had no idea I had somebody else's card. Do you still have it? No. If you didn't know you had it in the first place, how do you know you don't have it now? Like, she immediately said, nope, it's gone.
Card.
So where did that card go then that you
I am
used
not
there?
sure. I've gone through a few different cards myself.
so I think one of the other things that maybe you can help me shed some light on is, so we have this transaction at Walmart, right, where I have you here with
Yes,
card
ma'am.
in hand, you know, paying for the items. I have a handful of other store locations where that same card was used that has you in the video surveillance wearing that same jacket
Okay.
at other locations. So it wasn't just this one time at Walmart,
Okay.
okay?
The look on her face, her gears are turning right now, like, how am I gonna explain this? Hang on. Okay. Uh-huh.
So that card was used by you several times. Does that bring back anything?
I don't remember using somebody else's card if I did.
Okay.
I genuinely don't. I genuinely thought it was my card if anything.
All right, now listen, there are a lot of things you could say if you are caught as red-handed as she is, but saying, I thought I was using my card is like, maybe that might be the dumbest thing to say, because it's just gonna piss them off, right? Because basically what you're saying is, hey, detectives, I think you're stupid enough to believe that I just had no idea it was somebody else's card.
But I don't ever remember taking somebody's card from that nail salon.
When you use your card, you use is it a debit card, you put a pin in, or is it a credit card where you sign it?
I use my debit card, but I never put my pin in.
You don't ever put a pin in?
No, I just hit the green.
Okay. So for these transactions, how do you think that went down? Did you have to sign for it?
No.
It just went through? There was no
Yes.
signature or anything?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
How do you think you would have ended up with that card if it's not yours? How do you think you would have ended up with it in your possession?
Genuinely, I don't know.
So I don't know how long it takes her to realize that saying, I don't know, is just not going to work. Because this isn't like an umbrella, right? If it's a rainy day and everybody has an umbrella and you accidentally grab the wrong one, later you can look at it and go, hey, wait, this isn't my umbrella. And that makes sense, right? You just grab the wrong one. But a credit card, think about what has to happen to end up using a credit card, not once, but several times. The first step is it somehow has to end up in your possession, meaning you had to like pick it up or take it out of a purse or something. It doesn't just magically end up in your pocket or your wallet. And I love how she says, I don't remember taking someone's card. Like, good try.
So, again, I want to believe you wholeheartedly. I appreciate you coming here, right? Taking the time to try and clear the air for me. But I have to go off of everything that I have, right?
No, I do understand.
Right?
That.
So, everything that I have gathered all points to you having a card, using it multiple times. It wasn't once or twice. It was more than 5 times, I can tell you that.
Okay.
Okay, at multiple stores. You're on camera there. And the exact amount of the transaction that you purchased is what went through my victim's bank account.
Then if anything, am I able to just pay it back?
That I don't know. So we have a victim involved, right? And my victim...
Am I able to know who?
No.
Okay.
No.
Sorry.
And my victim signed a form saying at this point that they would like to prosecute. Maybe they'll change their mind. I don't know. I can't make you promises. I have no idea. But right now, my job is to figure out who did this, right? Which I think I have done, right? And then go from there. And that other part of it can go through the courts.
Can go through the courts?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is when it really starts to hit her, right? She's starting to realize like, ooh, this is serious. Like, I'm going to go to court? So what did you think was going to happen? You stole someone's credit card. And if somebody stole my credit card and racked up hundreds of dollars in charges, I would prosecute too. And something tells me if someone did it to her, so would she. But what we're about to see is a hard pivot from playing dumb and pretending like she didn't do it to trying to get as much sympathy as possible.
Was it a mistake? I mean, everybody makes mistakes.
I genuinely don't know. My main thing is my mom can't know, or I will get kicked out and then I have nowhere to go.
Listen, I understand you concerned about your mom. At the end of the day, you're 19, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So if you don't want to tell your mom something, you don't have to tell your mom something,
but
right?
That's not the case when I am on every social media. I have people call me a scumbag and everything.
Listen, I can talk about that on the back end, okay?
Like, that's my thing. I'm just worried my mom is gonna kick me out and then I don't have I've asked my friends because my mom's starting to kick me out before because me and her got in really bad arguments.
Okay.
And she's just told me pack a bag and leave for the night.
Is that maybe why you're scared to come forward? Just if you...
No, it's not that. I promise you it's not that.
Okay.
Because I would trust that you guys wouldn't just go and tell my mom because I am 19 too.
100%.
It's just the fact that if my mom sees that on there, on social media and everything, she will just rip me apart and she will kick me out and I don't know what to do at the end of the day of that.
So at this point, she is still kind of leaning into the idea that she didn't do it, that it's all some big misunderstanding. And she's kind of saying, listen, I'll pay back money I didn't even take if you'll take down those posts so I don't get kicked out. And also if she gets kicked out, I mean, hello, actions meet consequences.
Okay.
Brad, what we're trying to figure out is how it happened and why it happened, though. We know you did it. There's no question about it.
Okay, I understand that.
We got you on video. Well, we want to know how you ended up with the card and why you used the card.
I genuinely thought I was using my card that day.
Okay.
Like, I don't remember all the stores I went to. I'm gonna be fully honest. I don't remember the stores. But Wednesday is my payday.
Okay.
So I had money in my account and everything. I genuinely thought I was using my card that entire day.
So this is over a span of multiple days.
Over multiple days.
This isn't just one day, a whole bunch of stuff. This was just a few days worth of transactions at different stores. So, like Detective Castanera said, we know that you used the card,
Yes,
right? We're just trying to figure out the backstory and why, you know, maybe you were short some money, you needed some extra things, you saw a
I was
card.
short on any money.
So I think the funniest thing about this whole scenario is she is there of her own volition. So she had time to think of some explanations or some way to make sense of all this, but I think she convinced herself that no matter what they say, just stick with, it's foolproof.
If anything, I will pay it back and I will do everything I can, but I cannot let my mom find out.
Okay, well, we're not here to tell your mom.
No, I understand that, but like, I will do anything I can to make it right, but I can't let my mom know, and I can't let like my nursing or anything go out the window, because then I don't have a future.
It sounds like she's got a lot to lose. Maybe doing crimes is not the best way to hold on to those things. But also, she's basically saying, I will pay it all back. Let's just pretend it didn't happen.
But I will pay every cent back that I have spent and everything. Like I've been saying, my main thing is my mom.
Is it a mistake? Like, how did you end up with that card?
It was a mistake, if anything.
But how? How did it?
Then she must have left it she must have left it somewhere at the salon, and I think I had it. I think I might have held on to it because I didn't know, I didn't put it up front. Like, some days we get busy, I'll find a card and everything, I'll put it in my pocket because I'm getting acetone for another nail tech, and then I'm giving them the acetone. I have to put the linings on the pedicure chairs, I have to start the water, I have to seat people. Like, when it gets busy, I do get a little...
She has said, if anything, several times. It was a mistake, if anything. And of course, what she's trying to say is, I'm not saying I did it, I'm not saying it happened, but if it did, it was a mistake. And then she goes on to describe a really busy day where she just, she's frazzled. So somebody probably just put a card somewhere, and I probably just grabbed it, and I probably put it in my pocket, and I probably went on a several-day shopping spree. But I don't know. I don't remember doing any of that.
Does the business have a policy when somebody leaves a card, or you guys supposed to put it in a drawer?
No. We have no policies or anything.
Okay.
They're kind of just like...
When I first talked to you, when we were planning to meet here, you said something about your job was firing you or something to that effect?
My boss went on, and I tried reaching out, and did
your boss call you?
No, she will not talk to me.
Did you try and reach out to your boss then?
Yes.
Okay.
She won't.
What's her name?
Tiffany.
Do you know her last name?
I believe it's Dang.
Okay.
They're all Vietnamese.
Okay. So what, were you just trying to explain to her what happened?
Yes.
Or that was the point of reaching out?
Like, genuinely, I was just trying to talk to her.
What were you going to tell her?
Because I work tomorrow.
Right.
I was genuinely just going to tell her, like, I think I might have accidentally kept a card, I might have accidentally used it, and I didn't realize it wasn't mine, but, like, I am getting it figured out. Like, I was going to tell her.
Yeah, of course she's going to lose her job. She stole a customer's credit card and then got caught in 4K on social media. So, yeah, there's no coming back from that. But then, of course, she's like, I was calling my boss to tell her everything and to say, you know what? I may have accidentally gotten a customer's card, and I may have accidentally used it several times over several days. But that's kind of contradicted by the fact that she came into this interview with every intention of saying that this is a big misunderstanding. That this was not her. I didn't do it. I don't know what you're talking about.
I was going to tell her and everything, because I can't lose my job. I can't have anything on it. I'm going to be a CNA, and then I want to go into pediatrics.
Okay. Yeah, I completely understand that. Do you know and again, I know this is towards, August 7th and the days surrounding it, but do you know the approximate amount that you used on that card?
No.
It was over $500 in total for all these transactions.
I will pay every cent back.
Okay.
I will genuinely pay every cent. If it means my mom does not find out and those posts can get taken down, I will pay every cent back to that to whoever it is. I don't even know who it is.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody would love to just pay it back and have no consequences, but that's not really how it works. Now, do I think her entire life should be ruined because of this? No. Do I think it will be ruined because of this? No. It's not a violent crime or anything like that. So while it will be a blemish on her record and it won't look great, I don't think it's going to completely ruin everything for her. I think she'll still be able to get her nursing license and stuff like that, but maybe this will be a lesson learned.
Like, I genuinely will. I can't have my mom find out. I can't have my family find out. They already, like, I was talking to the sheriff about it and everything. Like, my dad has gone through the whole law system. I barely have contact with him. He's in and out of jail. He sells drugs. He does drugs. Like, I don't have a dad and everything. And, like, I will do, and they're just gonna compare me to him. And I'm not trying to give you a sob story. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
But, like, I can't be compared to him because then they're gonna send me to New York and I'm gonna have to live with him.
I mean, I hate to say that you should have thought of that before you stole someone's credit card and used it over several days. But yeah, that.
Could you think long and hard about where you might have put that card?
No, I don't know.
Because the victim might want it back.
I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
So why would you not have it if you thought that it was yours? Why would you still not have it then?
Because sometimes I'll keep like my card in the back of my phone. Sometimes I'll keep it in my back pocket, and I have rips in my jeans, and I've lost a few debit cards of my own and everything. No, genuinely. I'm being genuine right now.
Even the detective is like, come on. You expect me to believe that you just happened to have a card that you didn't know wasn't yours, and it just happened to fall out of a hole in your pocket? Like, how stupid do you think we are?
I promise you.
You just happen to have holes that, like, the card now just disappears?
No, I don't know where it went. Like, I genuinely don't.
Do you think you might be able to search your car or search your room and maybe find it?
My room is completely clean. I just redid my room.
Or maybe look in your purse or a wallet?
I have one.
How do you normally carry your cars? Do you have a wallet? Do you have a purse?
I have a wallet.
Is the wallet in the purse? Do you have a purse or no?
My wallet might just be somewhere in my trunk right now. I'm gonna be honest.
So you don't even know where your wallet is?
It's somewhere in my car, I know that. But I can get my keys and I can take you guys out with me and I can go through my entire car.
I think we should at least attempt to look for it. And Brent, I'm not trying to be an ass or anything. We're just trying to get answers. We're just trying to understand. It's hard to believe that you had this card and it was used a few times and then now all of a sudden it's gone.
No, I completely understand.
You know what I'm saying? So.
No, I do understand where you're coming from.
She keeps saying, I completely understand where you're coming from. And to me, it sounds like what she's saying is, I can understand how it would seem that way, right? I can understand how you would see it that way. Because she really still hasn't fully admitted to stealing the card. She's still wanting everybody to think it was an accident or that she had no idea that she was doing anything wrong. I mean, she's admitted to spending the money, but she's still trying to make it seem like it was just some big accident.
All right, so you're good? You want to go, we'll walk out there and you want to check your car or your purse and see if it's in there?
Yeah, my car is a little messy.
I don't care
just
about
gonna
that.
be honest.
Do you have any other questions or?
I don't think I do right
If
now.
you guys have any other questions, I will happily come back in here and I will answer any questions.
Okay.
My main thing is, are you able to take the post down?
Well, so now that we spoke and I know who you are, right? So I've identified you, you came here and everything. I don't see that being an issue. I don't know, I can't make a promise that it'll be like in 30 minutes, but I can try and get it down soon, okay?
I need them. My mom is on
Okay.
that stuff and everything. Like, I'm genuinely just scared of my mom.
Listen,
So I don't think this is going to work the way she's hoping, because they will take that post down now that they know who she is. But then I think they're going to be putting this post up.
I understand.
And I'm sorry for like kind of stressing
The
that
post kind of
part.
did what it was supposed to, right?
Yes.
It reached the
Like,
right
literally,
person.
as soon as I saw it, I was like, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna talk to them before anybody says anything, and I look even worse than
Yeah, you did the right thing.
how I look.
I understand.
Because I called one of my friends, because one of his best friends is in and out of jail and everything. I'm like, do you know, like, do I go in? Do I talk to them? And he goes, you go in, you're getting arrested. And I was like, oh,
Not true.
I was like,
Not
that is great. So I better call my mom and just tell her I'm being arrested.
It's not true.
Well, I mean, they didn't arrest her right then, but they did end up getting a warrant for her, and according to the sheriff's office, they ended up arresting her shortly after that. And it turns out it ended up being a felony. She was actually charged with fraudulent use of personal identification information of a person 60 years of age or older, and then fraudulent use of a credit card more than 2 times in 6 months, and petty theft. So the age of the victim and then how many times she used the card ended up pushing it up to a felony. So at the end of the day, you might look at this case and say it's just a young person who made a really stupid decision. And that is true, but what I always like to say is it's not always what somebody does, but it's that they're capable of doing that thing. Right? She saw a credit card that a customer left, and instead of getting it back to them, her first thought was to take it and to use it for herself. And I don't know about you, but it would never even cross my mind to take somebody's card if I saw it on the counter. I would immediately call them and try to get it back to them. And then on top of everything else, she really never took responsibility. Up until the bitter end, she was trying to make it seem like it was some kind of big misunderstanding or an accident. And for most of us, we know right from wrong, and that's enough for us not to do something like this. And she knows right from wrong. She knew what she did was wrong. But for somebody like this who will do it anyway, they need some kind of consequences to learn that you don't do this. Now, I don't know how she thought she wouldn't get caught, because especially at her age, she should know no matter where you're going, you're on camera. So a little bit of lack of foresight there. But again, I don't think it's going to ruin her life, and I hope it doesn't. I hope this is just a lesson learned that she will remember for the rest of her life, and she will make better decisions going forward. So hopefully we will never see another video like this from Bryn. I appreciate you guys so much. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.